Good morning, student. Today we discuss electrolytic conductors. Student, electrolytic conductors are those which undergo decomposition when electric current pass through them. They are also said to be electrolyte. There are two type of electrolytes are there. First is the strong electrolyte which completely dissociate. Example NaCl, KCl. And the second one is a weak electrolyte which partially dissociate. Example acetic acid, carbonic acid, etc. Now let us discuss the factor affecting electrolytic conduction. There are five factors which affecting electrolytic conduction. These are: number one, the nature of electrolyte; number two, size of ion produced and its solvation; number third, nature of solvent and its viscosity; number four, concentration of solution; and number fifth is temperature. Now let us discuss conductance. Conductance is represented by letter G. Actually, it is the reciprocal of electric resistance, that is G is equals to 1 upon R. Its unit is ohm inverse. It is generally said to be mho, or represented by S, that is called Siemens. Now, there are three factors which affecting conductance. These are: number one, the nature and the structure of metal; number two, number of valence electron per atom; and number third is temperature. Now, let us discuss resistivity. Resistivity is represented by letter rho. It is defined as the resistance of a conductor of length 1 centimeter and area of cross section 1 square centimeter. From class 10th we know that resistivity has a formula: rho is equals to R L upon A. Here R is the resistance, L is the length of conductor, A is the area of cross section. Unit is ohm centimeter or ohm meter. Now let us discuss conductivity. Students, conductivity is generally represented by the Greek letter kappa. It is actually the reciprocal of resistivity, that is kappa is equals to 1 upon rho. Its unit is ohm inverse centimeter inverse or ohm inverse meter inverse. Now let us discuss relationship between the conductivity, that is kappa, conductance, that is G, and cell constant G star. There is a relationship between the conductivity, conductance and cell constant. It is kappa is equals to G into G star. Here G star is a cell constant which can be calculated with the help of formula L upon A. Here L is the length of conductor and A is the area of cross section. Unit is centimeter inverse or meter inverse. Now let us discuss molar conductivity. Molar conductivity is defined as the conductance of all ion produced when 1 mole of electrolyte dissolved in a liter of solution. I repeat it again. Molar conductivity is defined as the conductance of all ion produced when 1 mole of electrolyte dissolved in a liter of solution. Molar conductivity is indicated by letter lambda m, and it has a formula: lambda m is equals to kappa into 1000 upon C. Here kappa indicate conductivity, C is the concentration. Unit is Siemens centimeter square per mole. Here one thing must be noted: molar conductivity increases with decrease in concentration because total volume of solution containing 1 mole of electrolyte increases when concentration approaches to zero. Here one thing must be noted: when concentration approaches to zero, molar conductivity is said to be limiting molar conductivity. Limiting molar conductivity is represented by lambda naught. I repeat again. When concentration approaches to zero, molar conductivity is said to be limiting molar conductivity, represented by lambda m naught. If we plot a graph between the molar conductivity and the square root of concentration, this type of graph indicate for weak electrolyte like acetic acid, and this type of graph indicate for strong electrolyte KCl. It is clear that a weak electrolyte slowly ionize while the strong electrolyte quickly or fastly dissociate. Now, for strong electrolyte, lambda m increases, that is molar conductivity increases slowly with dilution and can be represented by equation. It is lambda m is equals to lambda m naught minus a root c. Here lambda m is the molar conductivity, lambda m naught is the limiting molar conductivity, a is the constant, c is the concentration. Here one thing must be noted, here a is the constant which depends on type of electrolyte, that is charge on cation and anion present on the dissociation of electrolyte. For example, NaCl is said to be 1,1 type of electrolyte because on dissociation it produces one Na positive ion and one Cl negative ion. On the other hand, MgCl2 is said to be 2,1 type of electrolyte because on dissociation it produces Mg2 positive ion along with one Cl negative ion. On the other hand, CaCl2 is said to be 2,2 type of electrolyte because on dissociation it gives Ca double positive and here CSO4 is there. On dissociation it produces Ca2 positive and SO4 2 negative ion. Now let us discuss Kohlraasch law of independent migration of ions. Now let us discuss Kohlraasch law of independent migration of ion. According to this law, the limiting molar conductivity of an electrolyte can be represented as the sum of individual contribution of cation and anion of the electrolyte. For in general, limiting molar conductivity, that is lambda m naught, is indicated as V positive lambda positive naught plus V minus lambda minus naught. Here V positive and V negative are the number of cations and anion respectively with molar conductivity lambda positive naught and lambda negative naught. Now let us discuss the application of Kohlraasch law. Kohlraasch law is very helpful to calculate the molar conductivity of at infinity dilution for weak electrolyte. It is also helpful to calculate degree of dissociation, that is alpha is equals to lambda m upon lambda m naught. It is also helpful to calculate dissociation constant, that is Ka is equals to C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. Now let us discuss our numerical. We have a question, suggest a way to calculate lambda m naught for water. Our aim is to calculate lambda m naught for water. How we calculate lambda m naught for water? By knowing the values of lambda m naught HCl, lambda m naught NaOH and lambda m naught NaCl, we can calculate lambda m naught H2O as lambda m naught H2O is equals to lambda m naught HCl plus lambda m naught NaOH minus lambda m naught NaCl. Thank you very much.